What?
Few institutions in the world have a prouder history of fighting slavery than Cambridge University, writes Dominic Sandbrook in the Daily Mail today, under the headline, Enslaved by Wokery. That's great, isn't it? Few institutions in the world have a prouder history of fighting slavery than Cambridge University. And because we're so supportive of their proud history of fighting slavery, we're going to compare wokery to slavery. Enslaved by wokery. I told you I couldn't be bothered to read the whole thing. Let's try and work out what they've done wrong. A history to be proud of and the past, but not, it appears, in the common room with intellectual integrity. A history to be proud of, then, and a past to celebrate. But not, it appears, in the common room of 21st century Cambridge, where this is what I love about woke-stoke, is that you're sitting there now worrying about your mortgage, worrying about your energy bills, worrying about your kids, worrying about your house, worrying about the future, worrying about the country, worrying about the economy, worrying about your pension. And the editor of the Daily Mail wants you to worry about what is happening in the common rooms of Cambridge University instead. You remember when I said to you a minute ago, if I told you to vote for Brexit and for Boris Johnson and for Liz Truss, I'd be searching for this kind of stuff. I didn't realise they'd search this far or stoop this low. So don't worry about your pension. Don't worry about your mortgage. Don't worry about your children. Don't worry about your energy bills. Don't worry about your food bills. Don't worry about the fact that 1 in 4 hospitals have now opened food banks for actual nurses. Don't worry. No, the thing you should really be getting cross about is this. Cambridge University common rooms have been enslaved by wokery. I've written before about the cult of narcissistic self-flagellation that has taken hold of my alma mater. Ooh, matron. No one wants a cult of narcissistic self-flagellation taking hold of their alma maters, do they? You can get an ointment for that. The most shocking example being Jesus College's flagrantly dishonest campaign to destroy the reputation of its own greatest benefactor, the 17th century philanthropist Tobias Rustat. Whom Tobias Rustat? What? They've gone after Tobias Rustat? These self-flagellating narcissists who there's nothing sacred. Tobias Rustat, that well-known 17th century benefactor. I can't believe it. Do you know what they did to him? They condemned him for his investments in the slave trade. Jeez, they're dark, these woke people, aren't they? You've got to watch them. God, they're condemning people for investments in the slave trade while grabbing you right by the alma maters. Oh, dearie me. And that, I haven't even got halfway through the article yet. I'll read you a bit more. As for the priggish, hand-wringing tone of Professor Toop's dossier, which my readers would never have heard of unless I was having a performative fit of the vapours today on page 19 of the Daily Mail in return for money, this makes a mockery of its claims to serious scholarship. Every schoolchild knows that human beings in history have often behaved very badly. How does every schoolchild know that human beings in history have often behaved very badly, Dominic Sandbrook? Because it's taught to them. But in your world, teaching them about human beings behaving very badly is to be enslaved by wokery. I shouldn't do the voice for that. I should leave the voice to the sting. I'm sorry. And that is today's example of
Woke What?